pull that flag as a diversion, not really go after it. Instead, he's going to wait on Victory X and Macchio to push up top middle. Man trained there. He eats the mauler. Pocky's got the sniper. Ogre 2 going in with the sniper to clean it up. Switches to that battle rifle, as you were saying, and now he's going to have a lot more sniper rifle ammo to work with. But instead, he turns and faces his brother one-on-one, and Ogre 2 is going to hit him in the body, clean it up with the BR, and you saw him look over at his brother after that kill. One-on-one battle again, Ogre 1 versus Ogre 2. Tom's going to have to get out of there, though, as Meoff tried to push in, but a nice triple team there on Meoff, and Ogre 2 finally cleaning up the kill there on Ogre 1. It looks like they're just toying here with the Incredibles. They're set up top middle. They got all the power weapons, but they're not pushing into the base.
That was just, I got a note on how impressive that getaway was. He was no shields in the middle of the battle, and he's able to get away. That's impressive.
And Mantrain was just jumping around as Macchio snuck the flag back into his base. It is going to be 3-1. Final boss taking game 1 here in this best of 5 series. And here we go, taking a look at the stats here. Macchio putting up plus 18. Are you kidding me? 28 and 10. Opens the game up with the extermination. Macchio could not have a stronger start to any tournament.
No. There's no better start you could ask for, Chris. We went on, what, a 7 spree?
I mean, we saw Pistola get 45 kills, but his game was like 17 minutes long. This one, I think, was around 8.
And we got game number 2 coming up here very shortly between the Incredibles and Final Boss. And right now we see some jawing back and forth right now. They're having a good time down there playing. And we got game 2 coming up on the main stage right now. Final Boss with a 1-0 lead over the Incredibles. These guys down there having a pretty good time.
Yeah, they look excited, and well, they better be excited for this game 2 coming up here. We have Pit Team Slayer coming up next. Game 2 of the best of 5. And here we go. We're starting this game off right now. We're going to jump on board with Ogre 2. Should have gone with Macchio, but, you know, I got to see what Big Tom can do here on Nashville. Victory takes down Tupac. Now they have the Rockets. A nice opening here for Final Boss. It looked like they went for the overshield, but that is going to be burnt by Meoff. And Meoff tried to get away, but he was sniped by Fear itself. Meanwhile, Ogre 2 controlling the Rockets. Nice power weapon control here from Final Boss. Ogre 1 through the crack. Oh, and he moved just out of the way. But that was a perfect rocket. Lined it up. He went for the through the crack shot.
It was the twin sense. He sensed it.
So Ogre 2 getting the respawn here now through the mauler. Now, if you're the Incredibles, you know you can cap on Final Boss. Can you win a Team Slayer?
I think so. You have to be aggressive, though. They're going to play down to them and be kind of scared to push to their side of the map. But I think if they just make a good push, they can take over Final Boss.
And if anyone's going to make that push, who's going to be the leader?
I'm going to say Tupac. I think Pac's playing really aggressive so far, and in fact, he's even on their side of the map right now.
Well, there you see him trying to push through Dark Hall. He's going to come back to help out his teammate on Green Box. It looks like green is clear. I'm checking out the other 4 screens here, though. Let me call out the Final Boss locations. You have Fierce still on top of his sniper. He just picked up a kill on training. Macchio is at the enemy sniper. He's behind Tupac right now. And then Ogre 2 and Victory are just pinching, one from Sword and one from Needles. But it looks like the Incredibles heard my call-outs, and they cleaned up all 3 players there. Tupac finally chasing down Macchio, but Macchio is just too hot right now, guys. We're going on board with him.
Sniper, pit ramp or something. Sniper or pit ramp. I'll shoot you a sniper. Under bridge is sniper. Under bridge is sniper. I got our sniper. I got me and our sniper. Get it with the needle. 2 of them. Watch is coming up. 10 seconds or something. Let me to flag.
Right now you have Macchio in the base. Meanwhile, Ogre 2 pushing up on the Incredibles training with that sniper rifle. Macchio's going to try and distract just as Ogre 2 pokes out. He's got Mantrain distracted. Ogre 2 trying to line up the shot. And when Ogre 2 is able to clean it up, meanwhile, Fear itself, he's got the Obi. Staying on board with Macchio right now, though. He's trying to clean up some kills on Meoff. Victory X is going to clean that one up, and you got to be impressed by the final boss communication here.
Yeah, but I just have to note that Macchio is playing on a completely another level. I mean, Final Boss was a little iffy about him going into this event, but if they're iffy about him and they think he's the weakling, this team's going to be great.
And there you see a player trying to move up on training. He was met by 2 sniper rifles and a battle rifle from Final Boss. Macchio tried to push forward. None of his teammates were really there to help protect him quite yet, but now it looks like they're getting it all set up here to make a strong sword push as they send Fear itself through the green hall with that overshield. And Final Boss coming out here with some strategy in this game. They look like they're setting up and then making moves.
Yeah, I really like how they're using sword. They're using sword as pretty much a diversion, and then Macchio's just going to pick up headshots there. But they're using sword as pretty much a diversion, and then pushing down empty and pinching on it. It's a really interesting strat.
Now, we talked a lot about in the pregame and even in our open that we were focusing on Ogre 2 and Victory X, but right now, Macchio is really destroying right now. Does this Final Boss team look for real right now?
Yes, they truthfully look for real. I didn't know what to expect from Final Boss, whole new roster, but they look like they came to play.
And I mean, the battle rifles here from the Incredibles aren't bad. They have good shots. Right. What's lacking here from what I'm seeing is communication and the strategy that Final Boss is using. And you can tell between the two teams who put in the practice and who didn't, and it's definitely showing off here from Final Boss. And Macchio, I gotta say, he is really, really impressing me. As I said earlier, he was my one question mark, but I think a lot of people have been saying that about him, and he's taking notice of that, and he's trying to change some minds right now.
There you go, no longer a question mark. He's trying to become the exclamation point.
Oh.
That's right now, they 26-16. Make that 17. First to 50 is going to win this game, 2.
And you got 2 snipers here. You got Ogre 2 with 1 sniper shot. Fear itself just no-scoping Ogre 2 is going to pick up the kill. And there's the double kill, cleaning up Fear's kill. They're just walking all over the Incredibles. Ogre 1, he's got a sniper rifle to work with. He's on the Final Boss side of the map, but the rest of his team is just being spawn slaughtered. As you see, Ogre 2 is on a killing spree from the Incredible sniper tower. Ogre 1 versus Ogre 2, and there's the triple team there. You see the Final Boss squad, though, not done slaying. We're jumping on board with Fear itself. He is in the sword. He's just been picking off Incredible members. No, one shot left. Tried to go for the headshot there on Man-Train. Now he's got the plasma pistol to work with. There you see that beautiful torpedo now added to the wall here on pit. Nice work by KC, our game tester, balancing the map, making sure that every single part of this map is symmetrical. And Fear itself, he just picked up a brand new sniper rifle off an enemy. He's got another rifle to work with. What are the Incredibles doing wrong here?
The Incredibles aren't working together at all. The one time you see them work together is when they all die and then Ogre 2's on top of their tower.
Not a good position to be in.
Not at all.
And Fear, he just got off a plane, but he's looking warm. What's going on with this kid? Does he not need to warm up?
Apparently not. I guess maybe he's using the anger he had from the flight being delayed to put it into his gameplay.
Visualizing it on the plane.
Maybe he had his controller out. Like,
you know, I was thinking that same thing, just keeping his fingers
you got to keep, you can have the controller out and keep it going. 10 kills to go right now for Final Boss. Make that 9. They're really pulling away right now from the Incredibles in this Game 2 matchup.
And now you see Fear itself setting up well here. He's going for those rockets. Pushing though. He's going to push on Meoff, who is on training. A little bit of a sloppy VR, but they're going to get the kill. And they also look like Final Boss is setting up for the overshield as Macchio and Ogre 2 are pushing in.
Doing our training. He's hiding in our training. Head of west. Watch our courtyard. Our courtyard, yeah. I need help our court. I'm helping you. Is it lip sync? Back out. Check the train side. Our runway. I'm sorry, no. On the court. One shot out of west. Pushing back. Yeah, I came back. 2 more guys. Shot on sword. Where's on their side? Shot. Watch out their court. Alright, down to the court. Where's that, Dan? Yeah, Dan. Lefty fucker. We need some help at green. Our sword in green. Our training. I'm seeing any green. Our training, one shot. Train. Go bridge, go back to bridge.
Oh!
His CVs are honestly impossible to pull out. It's honestly ridiculous.
So there we have it. Final boss taking game 2. They're just now 1 game away from winning this one. Macchio putting up big stats again with Ogre 2. He went 15 and 8. That's a +7. Final boss just sweeping the floor here with the Incredibles.
All right, we're coming up 2-0. Final boss over the Incredibles. We got game 3 coming up when we return.